For this podcast, we're taking a break from the players in AI and going to tell you about AlphaGo, that you've already heard some talk about and you'll hear a lot more about, and Move 37.
Oh, yeah. Move 37.
All right, grasshoppers, this is crazy.
It really is.
Okay, so before we dive into how a computer can be a Go master,
Right?
what exactly is Go?
Wow.
And why was it considered such a tough nut to crack for AI?
So Go is one of the oldest board games in the world,
Okay, yeah.
originating in China thousands of years ago.
Okay.
It's deceptively simple.
Okay.
You have black and white stones,
Yeah.
and you're trying to surround more territory on the board than your opponent.
Okay, I got it.
But beneath that simplicity
Yeah.
lies a depth of complexity that has fascinated people for centuries.
So simple rules, but mind-boggling possibilities. I get it.
Yeah.
But what made it so hard for computers to master?
Yeah.
I mean, didn't AI already conquer chess years ago?
That's right. Chess was essentially solved by AI back in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Go presents a completely different challenge. In chess, there are a limited number of possible moves at any given time. But in Go, the sheer number of potential moves is astronomical.
Oh, wow.
Something like 200 possible moves per turn compared to about 20 in chess.
Okay, so brute force calculation wouldn't work.
Exactly.
Traditional AI just couldn't handle that much complexity.
And it's not just about the number of moves.
Yeah.
There are more possible board configurations in Go than there are atoms in the universe.
What?
So even with the most powerful computers,
Right.
trying to calculate every possible outcome was just not feasible.
So how did AlphaGo overcome these challenges? What made it different from previous attempts to create a Go-playing AI?
Traditional AI relied on hard-coded rules and algorithms to evaluate moves and make decisions.
Right.
AlphaGo, on the other hand, was built on a revolutionary technology called deep neural networks.
Okay, I've heard that term before.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't really understand what it means.
Sure.
Can you break it down for us, non-techie folks?
Imagine the human brain with its billions of interconnected neurons.
Right.
Deep neural networks are kind of like a simplified version of that.
Okay.
They're essentially layers of interconnected nodes that can process information and learn from experience.
So it's like teaching a computer to think more like a human.
In a way, yes.
Oh, okay.
Instead of being explicitly programmed with all the rules,
Right.
AlphaGo was fed massive amounts of data,
Okay.
thousands of professional Go games,
Right.
and allowed to learn patterns and strategies on its own.
So it's like giving a kid a bunch of Lego bricks and letting them figure out how to build something amazing.
That's a great analogy.
Okay.
And just like a kid playing with Legos, AlphaGo learned by doing.
Yeah.
It played millions of games against itself,
Oh, that could-
constantly refining its strategies, learning from its mistakes, and getting better and better.
That's wild.
Right.
But did this approach actually work? Did it actually beat human players?
Oh, it definitely worked.
Really?
And it didn't just beat any human players. It beat some of the best in the world.
Okay.
Its first major test was against Fan Hui, the European Go champion.
Okay, I'm guessing the computer won.
Not just one.
Oh.
AlphaGo completely dominated Fan Hui, winning 5-0.
Wow.
It was the stunning victory that sent shockwaves through the Go community.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
That must have been a huge blow to human pride.
Yeah.
So what was Fan Hui's reaction to losing to a machine?
What's interesting is that Fan Hui wasn't just defeated, he was fascinated. He said that playing against AlphaGo was like looking into a mirror,
Yeah.
seeing his own style reflected back at him, but somehow amplified and perfected.
Wow.
He even joined the DeepMind team to help improve AlphaGo even further.
Wow, that's incredible. So he saw the potential of AI not as a threat, but as a partner, a tool for pushing the boundaries of human understanding.
Exactly.
And this was just the beginning. AlphaGo's victory over Fan Hui was a sign of things to come, a preview of an even bigger showdown that would capture the attention of the entire world. Ooh. Okay, now you've got me hooked, grasshoppers, and we're just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, because in the next part of this deep dive, we're going to talk about the epic clash between AlphaGo and Lee Sedol, a legendary Go player, often compared to Roger Federer in tennis.
Oh, yeah. This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
This match was more than just a game. It was a clash of titans, a battle for the future of intelligence itself. And trust me, the story of what happened next will leave you speechless.
Right.
You'll want to hear this.
Okay, I can't wait.
So you're telling me this AI AlphaGo goes head-to-head with a Go legend.
Uh-huh.
That's a story I need to hear more about.
You and the rest of the world.
Mm.
This match between AlphaGo and Lee Sedol,
Right.
It was huge. It was like the moon landing of the AI world.
Wow.
Everyone was watching to see if a machine could truly outsmart one of the greatest minds in Go.
And the setting for this epic showdown couldn't have been more fitting.
Yeah.
The match took place in Seoul, South Korea, where Go is more than just a game.
Okay.
It's deeply woven into the culture.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that Go is a big deal in Korea.
Oh, yeah.
But just how big are we talking here?
Think of it this way. Go is to Korea what chess is to Russia or cricket is to India.
Okay.
It's a national pastime,
Right.
a source of pride, and something that's taught to children from a young age. So you can imagine the excitement and anticipation surrounding this match.
So the stakes were high, national pride on the line, the world watching.
Yeah.
Did the match live up to the hype?
It was even more dramatic than anyone could have imagined.
Oh, really?
Lee Sedol, a player known for his aggressive style and brilliant intuition, came into the match confident. But from the very first game, it was clear that AlphaGo was a different kind of opponent.
In what way? What made AlphaGo's gameplay so unique?
AlphaGo didn't play like a human.
Okay.
It didn't get flustered, it didn't second-guess itself, and it didn't seem to care about psychological tactics. It just played the best move based on its analysis of millions of games.
So it was cold and calculating, purely logical. Did that make it predictable?
Quite the opposite. AlphaGo's moves were often surprising,
Right.
even baffling to human experts. It would make moves that seemed counterintuitive moves that went against established Go wisdom.
Like that infamous move 37 we keep hearing about.
Exactly.
Say-
Game 2 of the match,
Uh-huh.
AlphaGo makes this move that has everyone scratching their heads.
Oh, wow.
At first glance, it seemed like a blunder, a mistake that any decent Go player would avoid. But as the game played out, the brilliance of move 37 became apparent.
Okay, I have to know. What was so special about this move?
Move 37 was a move that no human player would have even considered. It was a move that challenged conventional Go thinking, a move that seemed to come from a completely different dimension of understanding.
So it was like AlphaGo was seeing the game board in a way that humans just couldn't.
That's what's so mind-boggling about it.
Yeah.
AlphaGo's move revealed a depth of strategic insight that had eluded human players for centuries.
Wow.
It was like the AI was playing a different game, a game with rules and patterns that we were only just beginning to glimpse.
So what happened after move 37? Did Lee Sedol just throw in the towel?
Lee Sedol was visibly shaken. He took a long time to respond to move 37, pacing back and forth, deep in thought. You could see the wheels turning in his head as he tried to make sense of what AlphaGo had just done.
I bet that was a humbling experience for someone who's considered a master of the game.
It was, and ultimately Lee Sedol couldn't find an answer to AlphaGo's brilliance.
Wow.
He resigned from Game 2,
Right.
marking the first time a professional Go player had lost to an AI in a formal match.
Wow, what a moment in history. So how did the rest of the match play out? Did AlphaGo just steamroll through the remaining games?
AlphaGo went on to win Game 3 decisively, and it was starting to look like a complete rout. But then something incredible happened in Game 4.
Ooh, is this where Lee Sedol makes a comeback?
He did. Lee Sedol, playing with renewed determination,
Okay.
managed to exploit a weakness in AlphaGo's strategy. He played a move so brilliant, so unexpected that it was dubbed the God move.
The God move, that sounds epic. What made this move so special?
The God move was a move of pure human intuition,
Right.
a move that seemed to come from a place of deep creativity and understanding. It was a move that AlphaGo, with all its calculating powers, simply hadn't anticipated.
So it's like Lee Sedol found a crack in the AI's armor, a chink in its otherwise perfect logic.
Exactly. And he exploited it brilliantly.
Wow.
The God move forced AlphaGo into a series of errors.
Really?
And ultimately, Lee Sedol secured a stunning victory in Game 4.
Yucca humanity. It's like the underdog story of the century, human ingenuity triumphing over machine intelligence. But it wasn't over yet, right? There's still one more game to play.
The tension was palpable going into Game 5.
Yeah.
The world was on the edge of its seat, wondering if Lee Sedol could pull off another upset, or if AlphaGo would reassert its dominance.
I bet that final game was a nail-biter.
It was a close and intense match.
Okay.
But ultimately, AlphaGo emerged victorious, winning the final game and securing a 4-1 victory in the series.
So in the end, the AI triumphed, but it wasn't a clean sweep. Lee Sedol's victory in Game 4 proved that even the most advanced AI could be outsmarted by human ingenuity.
That's what makes this story so compelling.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about who won or lost. It was about the clash of two different forms of intelligence,
Right.
each with its strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
And it was about the potential for these two forms of intelligence to learn from each other, to push each other to new heights.
That's a great point. It's not about humans versus machines. It's about humans and machines working together to explore the unknown, to unlock new possibilities, and to create a future that's even more amazing than we can imagine.
You got it. And the story doesn't end there.
No.
What's even more fascinating is what happened after the match, how AlphaGo's legacy continued to unfold,
Yeah.
and how its impact was felt far beyond the world of Go.
Okay.
But for that, we'll need to dive into part 3 of our deep dive.
All right, Grasshoppers, welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into AlphaGo and that mind-blowing Move 37.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the match, the incredible AI, and the legendary Go player Lee Sedol.
Right.
But I'm curious about what happened next. Did AlphaGo just retire undefeated?
Not at all. In fact, the story of AlphaGo doesn't end with the match against Lee Sedol. It's more like that was just the beginning.
Okay, so what happened? Did they build an even more powerful version of AlphaGo? Did they challenge other Go masters?
Well, they did create more advanced versions of AlphaGo,
Okay.
but they also started to explore how the technology behind AlphaGo could be used to solve problems in other areas.
So they took the lessons learned from playing Go and applied them to real-world challenges.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What kinds of things did they work on?
One of the most fascinating applications was in the field of protein folding. Now, you might be thinking, what does playing Go have to do with proteins?
Yeah, that seems like a bit of a jump.
It turns out that the same principles of pattern recognition and strategic thinking that AlphaGo used to master Go are also relevant to understanding how proteins fold into their complex 3D shapes.
Wait, so by playing Go, AlphaGo actually helps scientists understand the very building blocks of life.
Exactly. And this breakthrough has had huge implications for fields like drug discovery and disease research.
That's incredible. So AlphaGo's legacy extends far beyond the game board. It's like a ripple effect spreading out and influencing all these different areas of science and technology.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not just about the direct applications of the technology. AlphaGo's victory also sparked a wave of excitement and investment in AI research, leading to a rapid acceleration of progress in the field.
So AlphaGo was like a catalyst pushing the entire field of AI forward.
Absolutely. And as AI continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more incredible breakthroughs in the years to come.
Okay, so we've talked about the impact of AlphaGo on science and technology, but what about its impact on the game of Go itself? Did it change the way humans play the game?
Oh, without a doubt. AlphaGo's unique style of play, its unconventional moves and strategies, forced human players to re-examine their own understanding of the game.
So it was like the AI was teaching the humans new ways to play.
Exactly. Players started studying AlphaGo's games, trying to decipher its logic and incorporate its insights into their own strategies.
And remember how Lee Sedol, after losing to AlphaGo, actually came back and won a game against it?
Yeah.
What happened to him after the match?
Lee Sedol's reaction to the match is one of the most inspiring parts of the story. He didn't see his loss as a defeat, but as an opportunity to learn and grow.
So he embraced the challenge of playing against a machine and used it to improve his own game.
Exactly. He said that playing against AlphaGo forced him to question his assumptions and to see the game in a new light. It pushed him to become an even better player.
That's such a great attitude. Instead of being intimidated by the AI, he saw it as a chance to expand his own horizons.
And that's really the key takeaway from the story of AlphaGo. It's not about humans versus machines. It's about the potential for humans and machines to collaborate, to learn from each other, and to push the boundaries of what's possible.
Well said. This whole deep dive has been a real eye-opener. It's amazing to think how an ancient game like Go can lead to such incredible breakthroughs in AI and beyond.
It really highlights the power of human curiosity and the endless possibilities that emerge when we combine our ingenuity with the power of technology.
I don't know about you, Grasshoppers, but I'm feeling pretty inspired right now. If AI can master, go imagine what other challenges we can overcome, what other mysteries we can unravel. Who knows what the future holds, but one thing's for sure, it's going to be an amazing ride. Thanks for joining us for this epic deep dive.